Hello everyone, this is Satyajit and welcome back to my channel. Today we have with us Sumit Pal, who is currently working as a AI product developer at one of the companies in Bangalore. I know personally Sumit since quite a long time, and he's a part of our data science communities as well since 2 to 3 years. He has been doing his research and development in the ML and AI areas. He comes from a statistics background, so in a way, it was a bit easier for him to get into this field, the field of data science and analytics. So let's get start with a small introduction from Sumit. Sumit, could you please introduce yourself?
Uh, I am Sumit Kumar Pal from West Bengal, Calcutta. I am a data science enthusiast, and now I am doing uh, good work actually in the field of data science. It's basically the product development, AI product development, and it is a very challenging role as well as very a role which I basically enjoy personally enjoy a lot, and basically always focus on some new techniques of data science, some new learning, new courses of data sciences, and that's all basically.
Nice, nice, Sumit. Thank you, Sumit, for introduction. Today's video, as I said, you guys, it's going to be an informal discussion kind of video with Sumit, and we'll try to understand his strategy. If I'm not wrong, Sumit, you are 2019 a master statistics pass out, right?
2020.
2020, so you are a fresh kind of, you're kind of a fresher who actually
Yeah, yeah.
cracked through an interview, which is really good. So today's video is going to be a very informal discussion with Sumit, and we'll try to understand his strategy, how he entered this field of data science and analytics. However, it was easy for him as he comes from a statistics background, but definitely the insights, the inputs he's going to give you guys is going to be definitely beneficial for the freshers, especially 2021 and 22 graduates, and it will also be meant for 2022-23 graduates as well, so that they can also plan their next 2 to 3 years, what can be done, what should be done, and all those things. So let's get started. Hi Sumit. So Sumit, from your point of view, can you tell me what is data science? Like, how do you define data science? Because you are a statistician, so
Yeah,
definition
yeah.
of data science should be different from your point of view. Could you explain what is data
Yeah, yeah.
science?
Okay, so if you say that data science is basically an art, it is an art of extracting some actionable insights from the data, and basically there is a lot of statistics in data science and statistics and mathematics to be honest, because for each and every concept of data science you have to understand the inherent theory, the statistics and mathematics very beautifully, as well as there are some techniques, some technicalities of computer science you have to know, so that you have to excel in the field of data science. And basically it is something like mixture of statistics, mathematics, and computer science, and it deals with data, it deals with analyzing data, interpreting data, as well as something like extracting some valuable inferences or some visualizations or some data storytelling. This is kind of thing I think data science.
Okay, okay, nice. And could you tell me what was your strategy when you took your statistics, and I think you are a bachelor's in statistics as well, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's where you gained your master's as well. So why did you choose the statistics line where I think down the line 5 years back or 6 years back, people were when it comes to IT, people were going crazy for computer science and IT, right? So why statistics then? Why did
Well,
you choose?
statistics is basically there is a long story actually. So after class 10 actually I used to study in a school where I took science as my 11 and 12, and there were two electives actually, one is bioscience, the biology, and one is statistics. And I loved mathematics a lot, and
Okay,
basically statistics really, I mean, close to mathematics at first
okay,
actually, because there are some mathematical concepts also which we use in
okay,
statistics. I took statistics from class 11 actually, and in 12th board exam actually I really excelled in statistics. I got the highest marks in statistics, as well as I loved
nice,
the subject a lot actually. And
nice.
there was some joint entrance or some engineering entrances also. but basically my rank was not that good. And so at that particular point my passion was also statistics, and I thought that I have to go against the flow. The flow was to go into the field of engineering by some
Yeah.
private colleges, but I thought to go against the flow, to follow my instinct, to follow my passion into
Okay.
statistics domain. So I chose statistics, and then I basically entered in Calcutta University. I studied in a particular good college in Calcutta University by statistics actually. So
Nice,
after
nice.
that, at that particular point, I did not have any knowledge that statistics have some applications, good applications in IT industry. I got to know these type of things in my masters, and more specifically from the third year of my BSc studies actually. I got to know this type of things, that statistics is a very good field also for the corporate people actually.
Nice. Actually, it is good. I mean, you had your goals clear from the beginning itself, and you entered. Even I had, and I always wanted to go into mathematics and statistics domain from the BTech itself. But I mean, somehow, I mean, family pressure and all those things. So it's okay. So let's not talk about that. It's good that you followed your dreams and you entered statistics, which is really good, and it's paying you off. You have got a job recently, and it's really nice. So my next question is kind of redundant, which we already listened from you. But how did you get to know about data science? Like, when was the time you got to know about data science, and what was your next action plan? Like, can you talk about that?
Okay. I first knew the data science actually. I got to know the data science from Udemy actually. I just started some courses in Udemy after my third year, and more specifically from the first semester of MSc actually. I started doing courses in Udemy, and at that particular point I saw that there is something like machine learning, there is something like data science. And basically at that particular semester I did not know that there is so much application of statistics in the field of computer science also, or in the field of IT also. So basically I did not know all these things actually at that point, but I just started knowing the terms actually. There is data science, there is machine learning, there is AI. And after that,
Okay.
throughout my courses just progressed, I got to know more these terms more specifically, because there were some subjects in statistics like data mining, which is closely related to data science. Also, for something like applied multivariate, there is a paper of statistics. Also, something like operations research, which is also some optimization techniques basically followed by some data scientists, because each and every data science problem is also something like optimization problem, like minimizing the cost function, or something
Exactly.
minimizing something, some functions, or maximizing something, maximizing the profit. So there is something optimization also. So I also learned about this optimization techniques into my university life. So this is the case actually.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, ultimately, data science, statistics, they are like synonyms, right? So they are like interrelated with each other. So, what
Yeah, yeah.
was your learning path, and uh, how did you get started with your learning? Like, you got to know about data science from Udemy, and then you started learning from Udemy, or like you did some self learning, or how was your learning path actually? And
Uh,
if you can tell me, if you can tell me, what did you learn topic by topic, like sequentially, so that people can know about it?
Okay. So basically, that data science is a mixture of domain actually. It is a mixture of mathematics, statistics, and computer science. So basically, you have to be strong in particular one field. You may be strong in computer science, you may be strong in mathematics, or you may be strong in statistics. Like for me, I was strong in basically statistics, because I was bachelor's in statistics, BSc honors in statistics, and after that, I did my master's in statistics. So my core domain was statistics. So after that I had to add some new techniques like big data, like something which is related to computer science more specifically, like big data, or something like parallel computing, or some terms which basically data scientists follow, which basically belongs to computer science, like data structures also, or SQL, this type of things.
Yeah,
So
nice.
I gradually I there are a lot of platforms, not only Udemy. I started learning Udemy, but there were some platforms like LinkedIn, or like something like Coursera, or there
Yeah,
are some
nice.
online platforms like Data Camp also, more
Yeah,
specifically. So there are a lot of platforms in online, and also the YouTube videos also. Uh, Basically there is no end of learning, and uh, more you learn, more you grow actually, and more
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah,
uh, basically search in Google, more you find some new things actually. So
yeah.
that's the thing actually for work for me. I searched like when I was doing my MSc project, I was doing MSc project in some areas in AI, artificial intelligence. So I searched different blogs like towards data science, like something
Mm,
like Medium or so actually. So there is no end of searching actually. So I searched
yeah.
different blogs and articles of Google Scholars also. So in this way, basically by searching more, my knowledge grew actually.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the
I
thing.
mean, yeah, Google plays a vital role. Yes. I mean, and when it comes to the intermediate level, where you have already learned a few topics about data science, machine learning, and all those things, your Google search and doing research on various topics, going through publication papers, and all those things actually helps. Actually, right? So, which is really good. And if I ask you a question that there is somebody who wants to learn from scratch, let's say 2023 graduate or anybody coming from a non-technical background or coming from a technical background, if anybody has to learn from scratch, what are the topics he or she should follow? Maybe you can talk about it in brief.
Okay. First of all, I want to say that you have to make a strategy of learning. uh, I personally suggest that if you are from a technical background, like you have to see basically what is your strong point. Like for me, my strong point was statistics. You have to see what is your strong point, and basically data science is a fast field, so you not only make stronger your strong point, but also make some work with your weak points. Like if you are from computer science background, you have to focus on some mathematical concepts of data science, like how the activation functions. If you see in the neural network, there are some activation functions, there are some like inherent mathematics in neural network, a lot of inherent mathematics. So you have to focus on those inherent mathematics a lot, the basics
Yeah,
of neural network, or some basics of deep learning actually. You have to know
yeah, yeah,
mathematics a lot. So basically you have to make stronger your mathematical concepts like partial derivative or some derivatives of other mathematical concepts. Like in
yeah,
mathematics, like if you from uh, mathematical background, you can also make the computer science part stronger, like know what is the uh, real important things you have to know in computer science, like some different programming languages, more specifically
yes, yes,
R or
programming
Python.
languages are really
You have to,
important. Yes.
yeah. And one more thing is I want to say that rather than focusing on different programming languages, like you have you can see that there are a lot of programming languages, R, Python, SAS, etc. Rather than focusing on learning a lot of programming languages, you have to first learn the core concepts more specifically. After that,
Mm,
you have to just focus on a specific programming language, or more specifically, if you want to learn more, you can focus on different programming languages. Like I
yeah,
personally focused on R at first, and if you have the basis covered, then you just code by himself, or you can
yeah,
just
yeah,
code by some packages in R actually. After
yeah,
that, you can
yeah.
just focus on Python or SAS or etc.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, knowing about one programming language is a necessity because
Yeah.
once you start, theoretical knowledge is good, but yeah, when it comes to applications, definitely we have to apply our learnings using some programming language. So Python, R, SAS, MATLAB, be it any forum, it could be Excel as well. You can also do models in Excel. But yeah, something needs to be done. We have to learn those kind of things. And somebody who is a fresher, non-technical background or be it technical background. So again, as you already told, data science is vast. There are lot of opportunities. If I combine data science with analytics, there could be options like data visualization, data analysis. People with non-technical background can focus on that part as well. If they can just master some BI tools like Power BI or Tableau or just Excel, I mean, they can also choose that line, or else they can also go for business analyst roles, right? And when
Yeah,
it
yeah,
comes to technical people, yeah, there are a lot of options as well. Statistics, ML researchers, doing research activities, going for ML engineering jobs, data scientist roles, a lot of opportunities, right? And if you are very, very strong in programming, you can also go for data engineering roles, which is
yeah, yeah.
like it,
That's
it,
a
it, it
good
it,
point.
it has been in the market, but many people are just focusing on data science. People are not aware of data engineering roles. Honestly speaking, I'm currently staying in Hong Kong, and we have a lot of opportunities in data engineering, and there are not much of resources. So people have to choose accordingly, right? Okay, so my next question would be related to your studies. Like in your tenure, in your master's program or in your bachelor's degree, how many internships have you done, and what was your strategy in applying for internships? Like, was it easily available, or you had to struggle to get an internship, or you could tell about that journey?
Okay. In my masters, basically, I did my internship from ISI Calcutta. So you know that the application procedure may not be easy for every cases actually. So I basically applied through a referral basically, but you know that I applied to different professors of ISI Calcutta, and I also applied for different professors in ISI Bangalore also for internship. So if you got rejected during application, or if you see that no mail or no positive reply has come, don't be disappointed, because there are opportunities for future actually. So you can also, if you see that there are some paid internship programs, like in ISI Calcutta, mine was not the paid because it was not an official internship program in ISI. There are some paid as well as some unpaid option, but the more important thing for any internship program is the learning, because
Mm.
internship is always the opportunity to grow as a learner in the field of data science.
Yeah,
Because during the time of internship you have to utilize those times to learn some new techniques, like I did basically learning for the financial part, the financial domain in the data science. I did some research in time series analysis, and basically I got
okay.
benefited because in future course of my life, during my job actually, I build some financial models also in data science. So
Oh,
you know that
that's nice.
there there are some things which you can improve during internship, and there are a lot of uh, things actually, you know, like virtual internship in
Ah,
some sites actually, or some unpaid or paid internship you see in different sites in online
yeah,
or in offline actually. So if you applied for any paid internship and you did not get it, don't be disappointed. You can always enter into some unpaid
yes,
internships also, because it is, the main motto is for learning, because
yeah,
internship
yeah,
did not count for experience. It is basically for the getting some knowledge or learning
yeah,
actually.
yeah. I think it's a nice point which you talked about, like especially for freshers who are currently looking out for internships. I mean, obviously, it's good if you get a stipend-based internship, but if you're not getting a stipend based internship, always keep trying. Even if it's free internship, doesn't matter, because what matters is you're learning and gaining knowledge in that particular period. So that matters actually, and that helps, because in internships you don't work on like random topics, right? You work on real products or some proof of concepts, which actually helps you in your career when you switch your job or get your first job. It helps. And it also, I mean, there are also other help benefits of getting internships, right? Uh, if you are not extrovert, if you're introvert, all this kind of personality gain is also happening, right? So it's really helpful if you get an internship, right? I mean, next question was like, what is the strategy for freshers? But you already talked about. So, simple strategy: keep trying. There are multiple platforms to try. Creating connections is also very important.
Yeah, yeah,
Create LinkedIn connections. Get in touch with people. If you're not getting internship, try to connect with as much people as possible, ping them, ask them for internships, ask them for help. If you ping 100, maybe you could get two or three returns as well, like two or three messages in return. So always keep trying. Now my next question would be, again related to your job. How did you prepare your resume? And if you can talk some points about your resume, how much page resume is it? What kind of because you are a fresher, like you got a job as a fresher, so what kind of projects did you write in your resume and all those things? Could you please explain about
Okay,
that?
okay. You know that for resume actually, when I started preparing resume, I had to change it at least for 10 to 12 times, I think, because I first drafted it actually. So at first I did not have any exposure. After that, I saw some other resume templates also in online, and also when I just grew actually, year by year, I just understood that there are some points we have to keep in resume, and there are some points which has to be omitted, because all the points are not important for a particular job role, and there are some points which you can actually just keep just extracted actually, because what is more important is that the job role you are applying, you have to see what is the requirement for that particular job role, and prepare the resume only for that particular requirements, not like
Yeah,
if you are applying for some data science roles, you don't have to say that I did some volunteer work in some school competitions, or I did
yeah,
some science type like talent test, I own this type talent test actually. So it
yeah.
is important to understand what are your key points. And for me actually, what I worked actually for me is that I did a lot of projects, and I placed the experiences of my project works at top of my resume actually.
Oh,
At top of my
nice.
resume, I kept that I did this project, and what is this project about, some brief description of the project, and after that, what I achieved and what are the challenges of the project, which language I preferred in the project, and what are the outcomes of the project, and outcomes of the project I have written these actually. And after that, projects or some works like virtual internship experience, or something like
Hmm.
something like experience in Czech, or in different platforms. You have engaged in different platform. Just try to use it basically, because using this type of things will basically boost your resume actually, and it will just
Yeah,
because it is basically separating your resume from an ordinary to extraordinary, some
yeah,
level
yeah.
upper actually, level higher actually. So just and my resume is like at present it is 1.5 page actually, and I think you should not keep your resume more than 2 pages, because and
Yeah,
more specifically you have to keep it in 1 page actually, and it is the preferable size, and um, max to max
yes,
2 pages
yeah,
okay, but if you
yeah,
keep the resume more than 2 pages, and it is basically not too good actually, because there may be some
yeah.
points the particular person which is just enumerating examining your resume may miss out actually.
Yeah, yeah, correct, correct point actually. Resume has to be 2 pages, not more than that. To be very honest, I usually do a lot of reviews, reviews, and all those things. Many people go for 4 pages, 5 pages, but no, it's a strict no. Be it a fresher or a professional experience, even if you are 15 years experience, also you have worked on a lot of things, then also your resumes can be prepared in 2 pages. Always write in highlights, like if you have worked on xyz use case, just mention that, that's it. You don't have to explain that you did this, you did that, that was the accuracy. You don't have to do that. Keep all those things for the interview process, just keep it simple. Yeah, I mean, the general strategy for freshers would be uh, how to get an internships, and how to create the resumes. I could share some templates as well for the people if they are not having, but always the key point is that I usually tell my students that always prepare your resume based on the job description. If you don't want that, if it is a headache for you to create 100 resumes for 100 jobs, create 3 to 4 different resumes in different areas. For example, one could be very focused on the NLP part, one could be very focused on the deep learning part, one could be very focused on ML part, one could be very focused on the programming part. And you just see the JD. If it asks for more for NLP, provide the NLP resume. You can, that is also one of the strategies which people can do. And how to write projects, how to do projects, obviously Kaggle is a very good resource for people to get started. Always start with basics, but never stop at the basic level. Keep doing, tougher examples. Don't get always stuck to classification problems. Many people I see, resumes are just classification problems, churn prediction, Titanic dataset, that's it. Don't be limited to that. I mean, take your project development to the next phase, like go to the next level, try to build models, try to deploy it. Even if you don't have resources, you can, I mean, there are a lot of cloud platforms available. You just have to upload your credit card. Even if you don't have, use your parents credit card. Google, Amazon, Azure, they give you free credits as well. If you just provide the credit card, they will give you free credits. Try to deploy your models. Try to deploy it on Flask, on Heroku. There are multiple ways you can deploy, and that's where you can gain your expertise as well. So my last question would be about you, not for the viewers. What would be your what would be your next goal? How do you see yourself in next 3 years or 5 years?
I just want to see myself as a data scientist,
Okay,
and after that, senior data scientist, and totally in the data science domain in any prestigious organization actually. So, it's my dream actually to be data scientist.
okay, nice. Yeah, I mean, you can easily get into data science. I mean, it's difficult to get into data science very immediately because many people think that they can do a course and they can become a data scientist, which is which is actually a wrong perception. You can always get started with data analyst roles or machine learning engineer roles, or simple Python developer roles, and slowly you can get into data science. And obviously, down the line, 3 years, 4 years experience, you can easily get a data scientist role, because data scientist role is bit end to end, right? But definitely, it will definitely happen, because if you keep trying, success will come your way, right? So that's it, I think, from my side. It was a nice discussion, Sumit. I hope people got some inputs, they got some feedbacks. In case people have any doubts related to their career path, related to their resumes, related to any questions, if they have in mind, if they are stuck in their learning path, any kind of help related to data science and analytics, you can feel free to connect with me. I will leave my LinkedIn profile in the description below. I am always there to help you guys. And that's it. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe the channel. And that's it. Goodbye. Thank you, Sumit. Bye bye.
Bye bye.